Hello and welcome to another episode of Impulsive Compulsion here at Question the Truth with me, Celeste Klingfist. And today, after about 10 hours of sleep, I'm back to keep on recording some more of my thoughts. Let's give you something that I've been thinking about a whole lot, like associations of the mind. Yes, this has everything to do with everything that I've talked about earlier. Yeah, why, how? Well, I'm gonna talk about that, right? So, earlier I talked about judgment and morals and values. We judge others upon our associations to certain events. So, if say that when I were younger, I was really aggressive against other people that would hit others. Because I was hit myself as a child, so I took my experiences and I made assumptions or associations with those feelings that I had while being under that kind of care. And I projected that into the situation that I would hear about. Like, one of my friends got hit by her boyfriend, or someone talked to me and they told me that I was my father is hitting me, and I would go bonkers and totally bonkers, and I would ask them for their address because I were no longer a pacifist. No, my pacifism, it started when I was taken from my home. And it's been a couple of times when I say couple because it's only 2 times that I've really meant to actually use it. I usually bulk up in my words, and that is usually enough for people to back off, because I mean what I say, but I don't go through with it. It scares people. But anyhow, one of these situations were when an acquaintance of mine were telling me that he was hit by his father, and I got super angry, and I wanted to hit the daylights out of this person. Living daylights, just until he got the message that you are not supposed to use violence against another human being that cannot defend themselves. Like, children can't defend themselves. It's not right. As an older person, a person that have lived a longer life, should be mature when they get a child. Mature. I've noticed that people under the age of 25 is usually not mature. Most of them aren't even mature after that either. But we also have, and what I'm talking about mature, I'm thinking of the mind's maturity, the way you handle pain and aggression and other things, all emotions basically. And we have all the people that get children in a young age and they kind of become mature. It's more like they're numbing towards the situations that happens because they're living with their dream angel at home and it's sucking the living daylights out of them. But instead of hitting them, they still love them, which is a good thing. But since they are in young ages, they kind of go back to some strange behaviors when the children are older, or while the child is little. They can reminisce a couple of people or more, definitely more, that shouldn't have gotten children because, well, people have forgotten the word condom. But because I'm against abortion, it's better to abort before anything collides together, meaning condom, you shall not enter. So instead of entering and then, I'm not ready to be a parent, I need to. Well, this doesn't have anything to do with associations. Anyway, back. Well, it does have a lot to do with associations in one way, because I'm associating to my prior past, my prior history. Well, the past I've been having. I was once a very stupid person myself too, because yeah, we don't learn from anything else than mistakes. So I've been through 2 abortions with the same person, and that ended the relationship. But and I've been haunted by dreams where I have these 2 children, where they aren't dead because we didn't decide to kill them. This was before I got these grand values of all life is equal and life is sacred and you should respect life. That's why I don't even kill the mosquitoes. And because they also need to live. They eat blood. We eat vegetables. It's not that crazy actually. Well, yeah. So some associations then. Everything we go through, everything that we go through is a creation of our own demise, right? So we create it through our assumption, our own associations. We see something, we reminisce of the past and we say something. Instead of just deleting the past. And yeah, there's lots of people out there. I don't trust people because I had this many boyfriends or girlfriends, and they all did something towards me that made me not trust them. Okay? Does that mean that everyone does that? No, doesn't. It does. There is a really good. I did make. You should do that. Take a screenshot from time to time. I do it a lot with some pictures where there is quotations. Let's see if I can find the one quotation that I was thinking of. The pictures are so freaking small. Okay, good. Yes, thank you. Okay, so there's a was a couple of days ago, so it should be quite close. But I do take more screenshots than I actually add on my Instagram. So I'm gonna go into the Instagram and check my profile out, because it should be quite close. It's a white picture there. Okay. This is by association, right? So I told my homegirl I attract fuckboys. She was like, "You're a woman, a pretty woman, you attract everyone. Then you choose fuckboys." And I damn near jumped out of the car. That's what she say after she gets that discussion, because she couldn't handle the truth that was told to her, that it's her own fault. It is her own fault. By association, and sexism and objectification. By sexism and objectification, she chooses the same kind of guys. Then, by associations, because we have good and bad associations, we tend to rely on the good ones a bit more than the bad ones. And since it's an uneven scaling of here's the good and here's the bad, it's not even in the bad. Yeah? So you don't take notice of that, even if that is this much of the personality of the person that you are choosing. Yeah, so this is by associations. We associate with the good things to something. When someone talks about, when we talk about our past history, we tend to associate with what we can associate with, and we project our own values, our own thinking and everything of that to that situation. We call it sympathy or empathy, something of that. Yeah, I did talk a bit about empathy earlier, but the associations is a bit problematic, because we tend to judge others upon our associations, not other people's associations, because we haven't been capable of having the true judgment, the true sight, the true perspective of the situation. We just judge it from our perspective, by our associations to specific things that's said. And that is basically what I did just a couple of days ago with a girl that I love. And if I love her, then she should be with anyone that makes her happy, right? But my own some associations to different things that she's talked about, how she was confused in the beginning and stuff like that, I started to try to hint to her that if you're confused, don't go there, because you know when it's the right person. It's really difficult to but anyway, it's her reality. We're learning from our own mistakes. I took some I got some more knowledge about myself through this, which is awesome. That's positive. I know now that I need to work on my egocentrism a bit more and stop judging situations and people from my associations. This is really tough because it's really easy to judge other people. I can sit down and have a talk with a National Socialist and a communist and a fascist of any kind. I have no freaking problems doing that. None of my associations to them are projected upon them. None of my values are projected upon them. I just listen to what they have to say and I tell them what I have to say, and we have our understanding. I do not judge them, and hopefully others do not judge me, because, well, I did last time I talked to a National Socialist, a group of National Socialists, because I was a driver for a friend of mine, which happens to be a National Socialist. I don't like his kind of negative view of other people, but I like him because he's a friend since he was like 13 or 14, and we've been friends for like 10 years or something. We had a little fight here like 1.5 years ago now, and we haven't talked to each other since, really, because there's a misunderstanding, or it's not a misunderstanding, there's clash of minds when it comes to this, because I do not think alike in that situation that has been created, and that's ended up in a couple of threats. Yes, and if people threaten me with different things, like destroying my property, or threatening to do things towards me, then I see that as a potential threat, meaning a red flag, and I ended my friendship, because I'm not gonna accept that people do not see a value in my life, but they see value in their life and what they have to say. It's supposed to be equal. Everyone has equal value. That's why that's why I've even listened to the people, because different ideologies and thought patterns actually broadens the mind into learning more patterns and learning more information, taking in more and building a whole new view. If I take in one side, I will then be forced by that side, that group, the bubble, to hate the other bubble that has the opposite thought pattern. But they are kind of thinking the same thing, which is really hilarious, actually. So, yeah. Well, anyway, I got to this party where a lot of Nazis were. And a couple of them probably wanted to kill me at first sight. But because I was a friend of their friend, they kind of just accepted me, even if I looked like a lefty. Because that's their judgment. They judge upon what clothes you have, and I use I use the clothes that I like to have on, that I get warm of, and that is not like everyone else. So this is kind of like everyone else. Like, only elephants should wear ivory. Yes. So do not buy anything with ivory, made out of ivory. Whoa. Oh, okay. Because they're killing elephants. Elephants are needed in Africa and India in order to have a healthy ecosystem. So, sorry. Yeah, I shouldn't laugh into my hand. I should laugh in here, or laugh. Shouldn't. Oh, you understand what I mean. Cough. Don't cough in your hand. It's bacteria getting in the hand. Cough in here. I'm really bad at doing it myself. But I don't use this hand as I use this hand. So that's my logic to it. Well, and that's an association. I associate that it's okay to use this hand instead, because I do not take on other people with it. I only take on myself. Now I'm coffee on my... Yeah, okay. There's not much more to say about associations, really, because it should be obvious that we use our past history and project it upon others through our associations. And we also have some assumptions based on the associations that we have from the past. So we assume things about people because prior history. This is a good analytic feature to have, but you shouldn't take what 1 or 10 people did in your past history and then put that on top of someone else. Shouldn't. And we go back to the empath and an energy entanglement, then you're basically punishing another person for what you yourself are doing, which is strange. It's a I really do have a strange way of seeing the world, right? Maybe it's just me. But this is what I've noticed. Because I'm like this. This is me. Happy, friendly, open-minded, honest. I do not think, I just say. Or I think a lot and then I say, but this is how I am. Always. Both towards friends and partners and stuff, and stuff, even my plants. Yeah, my lovely plants. But I don't change. I do notice some things though, that I analyze other people. Take one person and start analyzing that person. Take a YouTuber. Watch that YouTuber. Pick a YouTuber that actually interviews other people and is in the same room as the one. So you can basically just look at television or something. See how they change. Look at the people in the interview and see how they change towards each other when they talk. And then you look at more interviews with different people and you can see which people they admire or not, because you copy the one that you admire. I should make a video about that too, maybe, but I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I should do a video about that. Admiration. Anyway, I think this was the run around having judgments, the values that it's okay to go out and murder not okay to be sexually frustrated and then go out and rape someone either, because that's not respecting life. It's not okay to get angry and then go and hit a child. They cannot defend themselves at the rate that you can defend yourself.